Do you know what truly destroys wealth? Well, it's rarely the obvious things, not the credit card debt, not the failed investment, not even the gambling. Often, it's the subtle decisions that appear responsible, the ones that seem perfectly reasonable in the moment. And yes, you can be making $10,000 a month, have zero debt, and still feel broke. I know because I've seen women earn six figures and lose it all quietly. Not from bad luck, not from laziness, but from habits that look perfectly harmless, even productive, yet secretly destroy your wealth from the inside out. These are the habits no financial guru talks about. This message is for the high earners, the disciplined savers, the ones who've done most things right. You've built something real, but keeping wealth, preserving it, expanding it requires more than simply ticking financial boxes, because here's the truth: even when you're doing everything right, there are 7 silent wealth killers that can quietly drain your success. Perhaps you're 10, maybe 15 years into your career. You've bought your home, you're contributing to your retirement plan, you've created a little breathing room, and it feels good. You think, I'm on track, I'm saving, I'm doing all the right things. But this is exactly where comfort can quietly turn into complacency. You look around and see people upgrading, bigger homes, newer cars, more luxurious holidays, and you think, I deserve that too, and so you do it. Yet, according to the Charles Schwab 2023 Modern Wealth Survey, the average American millionaire now says they need over $3 million, not to feel rich, but to simply feel secure. So even if you're sitting on 1 or 1.5 million and thinking you've made it, the numbers may tell you a different story. The real danger isn't that you stop working, it's that you stop optimizing. You stop asking yourself, what does financial freedom look like for me truly? Your number might be 3 million or perhaps more or less, but you'll never know unless you do the work with clarity and precision, because a guess doesn't count. Wealth is a moving target, and if you don't move with it, you risk being left behind. So yes, enjoy everything you've built, but never stop building, because what often holds people back at this stage isn't lack of effort, it's the invisible habits that quietly erode wealth over time. Next, and probably one of the quietest wealth killers of all, lifestyle inflation. It doesn't arrive overnight, it seeps in quietly, almost elegantly. As income rises, spending follows, and not by accident. Nearly 60% of Americans admit they spend more as they earn more, and that happens at every income level. The upgrades make sense, don't they? A more comfortable car, perhaps a better travel, finer experience, and truly, there's nothing wrong with that. You should enjoy the life you worked so hard to create. But here's where things start to slip. When your lifestyle expands faster than your savings rate, that's when your net worth quietly flatlines. That's why I always suggest saving a percentage, not a fixed number. When your income grows, your savings and investment grow with it. So when your income doubles, your wealth building does too. Yes, enjoy the upgrades. Just make sure your future self is getting an upgrade as well, because wealth isn't about saying no to everything, it's about saying yes to what truly matters. Which brings us to the next one: wealth dragged from family support. This one touches many of us, especially in midlife. Perhaps you're in your 40s or 50s, you're earning well, but you're also helping your adult children or aging parents. Tuition, rent, down payment, medical bills, the list grows quietly out of love. And let me say this clearly, being in a position to help is a blessing. I come from a family that's beautifully supportive, not with money though, and now that I have my own kids, I want to do the same. But without boundaries, that generosity can quietly derail your own financial security. According to Pew Research, half of the parents with adult children provide ongoing financial help, and nearly 1 in 3 Gen Xers support both older and younger generations simultaneously. That's an enormous emotional and financial load. So here's my advice: use the oxygen mask principle. Take care of yourself first, your bills, your savings, your retirement, because if you deplete your foundation, you can't support anyone sustainably. True generosity is built on stability. Wealth killer number 4, overexposure to real estate. Yes, I said it. Although I trust that real estate can absolutely be a powerful wealth builder. For many, home equity is their largest asset, but it only works when done wisely. High earners often rush to upgrade. A bigger house, a better postcode is the classic marker of success. But Redfin found that 1 in 3 buyers regrets overspending on their home. And census data shows that housing consumes a third of household income, even for affluent families. And that's before insurance, maintenance, taxes, furnishings, and repairs, which add up shockingly fast. Remember, real estate is illiquid. If too much of your wealth is tied up in property, you lose flexibility in a downturn or an emergency. And yes, buy the beautiful home, but invest in real estate that bring in money. Just don't buy it at the top of your budget. Keep your cash flow agile and make sure your home serves your life, not the other way around. Number 5, tax inefficiency. This one is the sneakiest wealth killers because you don't feel it happening. Poor tax strategy doesn't make headlines, but over time it quietly erodes your returns. It looks like this: not converting to a Roth when income dips, keeping tax inefficient assets in taxable accounts, selling investments without capital gain planning. Vanguard and Morningstar estimate poor tax strategy can cost between 0.7% and 1.3% of a portfolio each year. The difference between abundance and anxiety over 25 years. You don't need to become a CPA, you do need a plan. Tax planning isn't an April event, it's a lifetime strategy. Wealth killer number 6, financial misalignment in relationships. Divorce remains one of the most devastating wealth events. The St. Louis Fed reports an average 77% drop in net worth, but you don't need a divorce for money to cause damage. Even in strong relationships, misalignment can quietly erode progress. Maybe one partner loves risk, the other avoids it. Maybe one dreams of early retirement, the other can't imagine stopping. According to Fidelity, nearly half of couples disagree on retirement timelines, and misaligned goals slow down growth. The solution? Well, don't avoid the hard conversations. Talk about money regularly. Discuss your fears, your vision, your priorities, because when couples align financially, they build not just faster, but stronger. Next one, having no plan for the other side of wealth. We spend decades building, saving, investing, and then arrive at retirement with no idea what to do next. No withdrawal strategy, no income roadmap, and as a result, we freeze. Vanguard found that retirees without an income plan spend 25% less than they could, not because they can't afford it, but because they're afraid. And JP Morgan discovered the average withdrawal rate has dropped to just 2%, far below the traditional 4% rule, meaning many are underspending, underliving, and leaving joy on the table. So the question becomes, what's the point of building wealth if you never allow yourself to live it? A well-timed strategy lets you withdraw confidently and enjoy the life you worked a lifetime to create. And here's the truth: you don't have to make reckless choices to jeopardize your wealth. Sometimes it's simply comfort or distraction or the illusion that doing enough is still progress, but wealth requires vigilance. Complacency, lifestyle creep, overhelping, overbuying, underplanning, none of these feel like mistakes in the moment. That's what makes them so dangerous. But now you know what to watch for, and awareness is where real wealth protection begins. So stay intentional, refine, reassess, keep your wealth alive and evolving just as you are. And if any of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments down below, because building wealth isn't about perfection, it's about progress, clarity, and growth. Watch this video next, and I'll see you there.